Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make chickpea chocolate chip cookies. They're all healthy, there's no dairy and no gluten or anything like that in them. To me, they taste better than regular chocolate chip cookies, believe it or not. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, click that button down below, and then like this video. So if you'd like to see more of these videos, let me know saying I want to see some more sweet treat videos in the comment section below, just so that I know. So anyways, let's just get straight into how to make chickpea chocolate chip cookies. So first I'm going to run you through the ingredients that you need for this. Obviously you need a can of chickpeas, peanut butter, coconut oil, dark chocolate chips that can be sugar-free chocolate chips, rice malt syrup, almond meal, vanilla extract, and baking paper. Of course, stay to the end if you want to find out my big mistake when making these cookies. Even though I've made them before, I still made a mistake. So preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 355 Fahrenheit. Line a baking tray with some baking paper, and while I also got out my food processor, this is the best thing to have when making so many treats like this, and I got mine pretty cheap, so if you can get one, I recommend it. I wish mine was a little smaller though, as sometimes it's hard to get everything mixed together when it's so big. I will also include the ingredients and the recipe in the description box down below if you want to check that out, and where I originally found the recipe, which is a part of Keep It Cleaner, which is this training and meal plan which I follow at the moment. Also, if you would like to see a house tour, please click the link in my description box as well so you can see my before and after of my kitchen. It's pretty massive. Next, I'm going to grab the 400 gram tin of chickpeas that I had, and I'm going to drain that in a strainer. Make sure you strain it and then also wash just some cold water through just to drain the excess out of it. And then once you have done that, go and grab 2 sheets of paper towels and put the chickpeas on one of the sheets of the paper towels, and then rub the paper over the top just so that you can get rid of any excess liquid, because we don't want that excess liquid around there. Then I'm placing all the ingredients except almond meal and chocolate chips into the food processor, as you can see, putting in the chickpeas. First I'm going to be putting the rice malt syrup. I use this organic rice malt syrup and it is just a 1/4 of a cup in there. Obviously it's very sticky, so I sort of spread it around and then I use a spoon and also my finger to get all the excess in there. Next I grabbed peanut butter. You could use almond butter or cashew butter or any type of butter that you like. Peanut butter is my favorite though, and I'm just using a 1/4 of a cup of peanut butter. It's so messy, I don't even know why I put it in a cup just to take it out again. Then once that is in there, I'm just grabbing the vanilla extract. I find this is the best flavor. I've used vanilla essence before and it's just not the same. You only need 1 teaspoon of this natural vanilla extract too. Then next, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil melted. Mine is hard and solidified because it's cold and it's winter, so I just put it in the microwave 30 seconds or so just to melt it, and then I put them all in together, and then I turned the food processor on. I just went over a couple times, stopping and starting the food processor just to make sure that I blended all the chickpeas and got all the ingredients. As I said, a big food processor is kind of hard sometimes to get everything the first time around. Then I'm transferring all that dough, I guess you could call it, into just a mixing bowl, as you can see. And then I'm going to grab my almond meal. You only need 1/4 of a cup of almond meal as well. You can use almond meal, almond flour, or similar. You can use hazelnut meal if you want as well, but it might have slightly different taste and texture. So I'm only slowly putting this in, and I started off by using my hands, and you're meant to fold through the almond meal, but I don't know why I used my hands. I never do. I think I was just so distracted by filming. Then I went and got the dark chocolate chips, where it says you need 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips, although you don't need to if that's too much, but they're meant to be chunky chocolate chip cookies. So I gradually folded this through as well, and then I grabbed a mixing spoon, which is better to fold, and then I slowly added in the almond meal, and then I also slowly added in the rest of the dark chocolate chips. Now time to scoop out spoonfuls of the mixture and roll into bowls and place it onto the baking tray with the baking paper. This recipe is meant to make 12 cookies, or you could just make really giant ones and have less, but that's up to you. I just roll them out with my hands. The dough's not too sticky, so it doesn't really stick to your hands. I make them on the smaller side just to make sure that I can get to my 12, and then with whatever's left of the dough, I end up just adding them to the cookies. As you can see, I go back through and just sort of make them a little bit bigger. So now it is time to put them in the oven, although this is where I made my big mistake and my big fail of cookies. In case you didn't notice, I didn't notice, obviously I was so distracted by filming. I put the timer on and then I realized that I hadn't flattened the cookies out. So please make sure you flatten the cookies out before you put them in the oven. They'd already been cooking for a few minutes, so all the chocolate was a bit hot and it made them a bit smushed, but they still worked out in the end. As you can see, I just baked for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden, and then you cool on the tray for a few minutes. As you can see, it still looked good in the end, just the chocolate was a bit smushed. And then all you need to do is transfer to a wire rack to cool completely, which I did after they'd been cooling for a little bit. And that was all for today, guys. I hope you liked this video. Let me know, as I said in the comments below, if you would like to see more cooking videos, because I've been loving doing and making healthy treats recently. So if you'd like to see more of these, let me know in the comments below. Comment that now, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more and to keep up to date with all my latest videos. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you all very, very soon. Bye guys.